Good afternoon, students. This is Sujata from Commerce and Management Department, SGC Degree College, handling personality development for 4th SEM BCom students. I was in the process of Unit 1. In that, I have already discussed about Part 1, Self-Awareness, and Part 2, Setting Goals. Today, I am going to discuss about Part 3, Creativity. Are you guys with me? Well, this unit will help to work towards being unforgettable person by providing communication skills, negotiation techniques, tips on making an impact, and advice on networking and starting conversations. It also helps to understand how creativity can help solving problems and how to decide thinking on your own and the changing behavior of an individual. Further, let me proceed in details to brief out what is creativity, its meaning, definition, how a person is having creative mind and creative thinking in different aspects, the characteristics and the importance of creativity which we are going to discuss for today's class. I am excited to share knowledge with you all. Are you? Well, let's jump into the content. Let's start with a small intro of creativity. Creativity is to create an activity that is different from normal things, that is different from others. Thinking out of box. It is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. Thinking out of box means to think different, to turn new and imaginative ideas, to convert your ideas into reality. This creativity is the characteristics by the ability. It helps to perceive the world in a new way, to find your hidden talents, hidden patterns or hidden ideas. Creativity involves in two processes. One is thinking and then producing. Think different and then do it differently. In our mind, there are two kinds of creativity. One is the innovation and the other one is the invention. To innovate new things and to invent new things. That is the ability to make something new. Innovation and invention is nothing but an ability to make something new. It might be anything, your own music, your own stories, pictures, novels, etc. But this might be new idea of yours. It should be your own ideas. It should not be copied from others or some others idea. Now you guys must be aware very much how is that some people always seem to be able to generate and think different from others, whereas others seems to struggle to do so. Some people think very easily, they think different ideas, innovate new ideas, new thoughts. Whereas some people are so dumb and they cannot even think, they keep struggling to do so. The answer lies in the ability to use creative thinking. That is, you should have the ability to think creative thinking. There is one exercise too. If you want to have a very creative thinking, they say that you have to use your right brain. That I will tell you in the next class. So, as I told you all, creativity is the ability to look at things differently and to find new way in solving problems. You may think or ask, can I or everyone can be creative or benefit from creative thinkings? Of course, it is possible to think creatively at all times by everyone. There are some people who simply fizz with new ideas and seems to see everything slightly different from those around them. And these are the people who always ask why and why not. And they are natural problem solvers and innovators. Why don't you be one among them? If you are not, try, practice from today onwards, from now onwards. I would like to say the objectives of creativity in a very precise way, that is in 3 points. The first one is to understand as to how creativity can help in solving problems. The second one is to understand as to how creativity can help in decision making. The third one is to understand how creativity can help in changing the behavior of an individual. The first one is the solving problems, second one is the decision making, and the third one is the changing behavior of an individual. These are the main objectives of creativity which we are going to study further. Meaning and definitions of creativity. So according to Albert Einstein, he says that creativity is the intelligence of having fun. Many authors, philosophers have given different meaning of creativity, but let us see one of the meaning of creativity is the ability to generate, innovate ideas and manifest them from thoughts into reality. The process involves original thinking and then producing. So as I told you, creativity is to create an activity that is different from normal thinking. That is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. That is to think out of box. That is the meaning of creativity. The second one is the definition of creativity. Creativity is defined as the tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems, communicating with others, and entertaining ourselves. So according to Wikipedia, I would like to share another definitions, that is creating refers to the innovations or organization of any new things, that is a product, solutions, artworks, literary works or jokes, etc. that has a value. I would like to repeat. According to Wikipedia, creativity refers to the innovations or organization of any new things that can be a products, solutions, artworks, literary works, jokes, etc. that has a value. So another definition I would like to share by Tania Delgado is creativity is something that takes you always from all of the troubles in the world. It is another state of mind. Once again, I would like to repeat by Tania Delgado. He says that creativity is something that takes you always from all of the troubles in the world. It is another state of mind. Many scholars, students, philosophers have defined creativity in different ways, but the meaning is same: to think out of box, to be different from others, and to invent and innovate new things. Hope it is clear, dear students. The next topic to be discussed is about key aspects of creative mind and creative thinking. The next one is the creative mind and creative thinking. If a person is having a creative mind, if he or she has an ability to learn and find the solution to any situations. Suppose if he is having any problem and he finds the situation to solve the problems, that means he or she has the ability to focus and discover on something new and experience. That means they can find more solutions, find more ways to solve the problems. If you ask what are the key aspects of effective thinking, means that creative thinking is a way of looking at situations or problems and coming up with unique ideas or solutions to improve or solve it. Here there are four creative thinking skills. One is the brainstorming, the other one is the problem solving, the communications, and taking risk. Now let me tell you what exactly that brainstormings are. Brainstorming is the name given to generate new ideas with a group of people. Brainstorming is something, think in a different way, that keep your mind thinking in an innovative way, different way, and find the solution in a different way from others. That is brainstorming. Give work to your brain, train your brain to get a solution. That is called as brainstorming. The second one is the problem solving. It gives an individual the ability not only to think creatively but also use creativity to solve the problems. That is how to solve the problems, new ideas to solve the problems without any issues. That is called as problem solving creativity. Communications. No matter how innovative or creative an idea of yours, but you may be not a good communicator. In that case, if you are not unable to communicate well, then what happens is others, that means your manager, your colleagues, friends will not appreciate you. Good communication helps in involving in good listening of the people whom you are creating the thinking of them. So a good creative person should also be a good communicator. The last one is taking risk. Those who take risk will be able to think or create new ideas. People, if they are not willing to take risk, then they are not a creative thinker. So these are the different kinds of and the key aspects of creative mind and creative thinking. Dear students, let's know what are the characteristics that a creative people possess. Creative peoples are very energetic and they are focused. That is, they have the ability to create or to come up with new ideas which helps them in solving the problems. They are also very smart but also naive. That is, creative people are smart by generating new ideas quickly, but naive means showing that lack of experience or understanding. Next is creative persons are very playful but disciplined. Obviously, they are very playful because they are the dream setter, goal setter. They plan well and they are very active. And at the same time, they are very disciplined because when they follow this goal setting or time management, when they dream, they are such people are always disciplined. They are very creative people and extrovert as well as introvert. Extrovert people are the people who gain energies and ideas from other people. On the other hand, introvert are those who tend to recharge by doing things on their own. So extrovert people are those who gets idea from others, who are dependent on others, whereas introvert people are self-made people. They are not dependent, they create their own ideas. They are proud and yet modest. Modest means something that is they are very humble and shy type. So they are not weighed down by the rigid gender roles. That means they don't have restrictions on genders. They are very conservative yet rebellious. Conservative means they can change and they can do more innovations, but they are holding on a traditional values and easily controlled and kept in a place. That is, they are very rebellious. They are passionate but objective about their work. They keep showing their strong feelings and beliefs, but they are very passionate, required related to their dedication and work, and they focus and the willingness to fail over and over again and make new sacrifices. They are very sensitive and open to experience. They are very happy and joyful persons. These are the different characteristics of creative people. The next slide is about the three components of creativity. The first one is the expertise, the second one is the creative thinking skills, and the third one is the motivation. Let me brief out all three. The first one is the expertise. Expertise itself says that a person knows everything. Everything is known to the person, irrespective of where it was gained, from where he has possessed or gained that knowledge. It is either from formal education or practical experience or interacting with the others. This is known as expertise. This is one of the components of creativity. The second one is creative thinking skill. Thinking skill itself says the ability to think flexible and imaginative. That is, thinking out of the box is known as creative thinking skill. The third one is the motivation. Motivation is driven by deep interest and involvement in the work, curiosity, enjoyment, or a personal sense of challenges. Thus, motivation is being classified into two parts. One is intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is a motivation which the person himself feels. That is, it means in itself or for its own sake, or we can say it is for its own right or within the person, is called as an intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is the motivation which comes from others. Extrinsic means coming from outside. So these are the three components of creativity. I hope you guys understood. It's very clear to you all. Now next, let us move on to the question. Now it's time to test your creativity skill. There is a question for you all. So you have to answer this. There are 6 eggs in the basket. How many? 6 eggs in the basket. And 6 people each take one of the eggs. So there are 6 eggs in the basket and 6 people take one of the eggs. Now, how can it be that one egg is left in the basket? Now, they say that one egg is left in the basket. How is it possible? Now, you guys have to find out the answer. Think on your own and give me the right answer. You can text me. You can create your own imaginary solutions. So in the next class, I will be discussing about the importance of creativity and methods of enhancing creativity. Thank you, dear students, for spending your valuable time. Now stay home, be safe, and take care of yourself. See you in the next virtual class.